You sat across from them. You finally said the words out loud, and they looked at you, dead in the eyes, and said, "That never happened? You're making things up. I have no memory of that." And the terrifying part? They weren't lying. Their brain had already deleted the file. I once sat across from someone at a table, not unlike this one. Family dinner. I brought up something that happened when I was 9, something I'd rehearsed saying for years, and the response I got was a completely blank stare. Not anger, not guilt, not even defensiveness. Just nothing. Like the file was gone. Quick reminder, I'm not your therapist. I'm just obsessed with the science behind why we do weird things. So what if I told you their denial isn't always a manipulation tactic, but a biological survival mechanism, one that neuroscience can literally see on a brain scan? That's what we're decoding today. Welcome back to Wired Behavior, where we ruin your romanticized illusions with neuroscience. In 2004, researchers put people in an fMRI scanner and watched them deliberately suppress a memory. What they found was, well, it's not what you'd expect. The prefrontal cortex didn't just ignore it. It actively attacked the hippocampus. It erased the memory. Not metaphorically, neurologically. Let me show you what that looks like. This is what your parents' memory system looks like from the inside. At least the simplified version. See this? This is a positive memory. I worked hard. I cooked dinner. I bought them shoes. And this is the memory of screaming at a 7-year-old until they couldn't breathe. Notice anything? The brain doesn't treat these two memories equally. Not even close. Psychologists call this mnemic neglect. Your brain remembers what makes you look good and quietly buries what doesn't. Across 18 studies, nearly 5,000 people. The effect was consistent, statistically undeniable. When the feedback hits a core trait, like being a good parent, the brain kills it, quietly. But wait, it gets worse. There's a filter, a literal neural filter. The medial prefrontal cortex only lets positive self-information through. Negative feedback? Deflected, dumped, gone. Researchers at Oxford hit this filter with magnetic pulses. And for a few seconds, the bias reversed. Completely. They could see the truth. Briefly. And here's what makes it worse in certain parents. Narcissistic traits correlate with more grey matter in this exact region. Bigger filter, stronger denial. It's not passive ignorance, it's an actively maintained defense. And it costs energy. Fun fact? In depression, this circuit weakens. People get more accurate, but psychologically worse. Depressive realism. Look it up. This isn't passive forgetting. This is your parents' brain actively choosing which version of themselves gets to exist. But this is just the filter. We haven't gotten to the kill chain yet. That's where it gets mechanical. Okay, now we go deeper. What you're about to see is a 4-step biological kill chain. Ready? Step 1, threat detected. Step 2, alarm fired. Step 3, memory crushed. Step 4, the reward. Imagine you're the parent. Your adult child just said, "Do you remember locking me out in the cold?" That sentence is a retrieval cue, and the memory starts surfacing. The anterior cingulate cortex, the brain's conflict detector, immediately recognizes this memory will destroy my self-image. The alarm hits the prefrontal cortex, specifically the right, dorsolateral PFC, and it sends one command, suppress. But here's the thing, the PFC can't reach the hippocampus directly. It needs a relay station, a middleman, the nucleus reunions, a tiny thalamic structure. It converts the signal into suppression. This is the hippocampus, where your memories live. And that dark signal? It's GABA, the brain's silencer. The memory doesn't get locked away. It gets degraded, physically, at the level of the synapse. And in 2004, Anderson's team watched this happen in real time. DLPFC goes up, hippocampus goes below baseline. And then, the reward. Dopamine. The brain just got paid for lying to itself. 982 voxels of ventral striatum activation. That's the biggest reward signal the researchers had ever seen. The brain twists reality until it finds the version it likes. And then it gets massively reinforced for doing it. And even the memories that survive, they don't stay accurate. Every time they're recalled, they get rewritten. Karim Nada proved it. Every act of remembering reopens a window where the memory can be edited. 100% of participants in Bridge and Palla's study showed retrieval-induced distortion. 100%. Every single one. Deny, rationalize, get rewarded, repeat. Over years, this loop becomes neurochemically indistinguishable from addiction. They're not choosing cruelty. They're hooked on their own innocence. And every denial is another hit. So now you've seen the machinery, the biological kill chain. But here's where it gets personal. Now here's the question I know you're asking. Are they doing this on purpose, or do they genuinely not know? Gaslighting is calculated, deliberate. They know what they did. They choose denial. Motivated forgetting is automatic, unconscious. The memory was physically suppressed before it could reach their awareness. No choice involved. And here's why the distinction matters to you. If they're gaslighting, you fight back with evidence. Logic, proof. But if their brain biologically deleted the file, no amount of evidence will make them see it. The file is gone. So why does this system even exist? Turns out, it's ancient. Robert Trivers figured it out in 1976. Self-deception evolved because it makes you a better liar. Counterintuitive, right? If you hide the truth from your own consciousness, your voice doesn't shake, your eyes don't dart. You pass. Evolution designed your parent to be the most convincing liar possible by making them believe their own lie. There's an old saying, the axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Neuroscience proves it's literally true. While their brain deletes, your nervous system carved every blow into stone. Cortisol shrinks your hippocampus. Your amygdala stays hyper-alert for years. Your body kept the score. Theirs didn't. And then someone at a family gathering says it. You know the line. But they're still your parents. They did their best. That's not wisdom. That's secondhand denial. Proxy gaslighting from people who never had to survive that house. Your memories are real. Your pain is evidence, not weakness. So here's the truth. The harsh one. The one that might actually set you free. Waiting for an apology from someone whose brain physically cannot retrieve the memory of what they did to you is like waiting for a train at an airport. It was never coming. But here's the part nobody tells you. That truth, it's not a punishment, it's an exit. Understanding the neuroscience doesn't give them an excuse. It gives you permission to stop trying. Your body kept the score. Your hippocampus encoded the threat. Your amygdala remembers what their prefrontal cortex deleted. Trust your nervous system. It was paying attention. You don't need their permission to know what happened to you. You don't need their apology to begin healing. Boundaries aren't cruelty. They're neurologically informed self-preservation. You're not punishing them. You're protecting what they couldn't reach. You don't owe access to people who erase you from their story. The denial says everything about their brain. And nothing, absolutely nothing, about your reality. You were never the problem. You were the one paying attention.